Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we'll be talking about how to get W's and early access on sneakers. Let's get into it. Alright, so first thing, I'm gonna go ahead and put you guys up on the screen. Alright, there we go. You guys should be up. So I'm making this video right now just because we have a huge week. I'd say maybe not as good as, what was it, last week with the mochas and all the Halloween themed shoes, but still a pretty decent week. Anyway, so we have these Air Maxes tomorrow. I'm not really going for these. Same thing with these Gore-Tex Air Forces. First shoe of the week, sorry guys, is these Veneer Dunks, and that's gonna be on, when was it? Was it Tuesday? Yeah, I believe so. Retailing around at 100. With a extremely profitable margin. And then we got these Adapt BBs, some more stuff. Honestly, these Dunk Disrupts or whatever, I think that they had some decent resale on them, the previous models. I'm honestly not too sure how they're holding up anymore. I'm gonna go up in a little bit into why I'm showing you guys shoes that, like, you know, have like small lunch money, just because those are really important to go after. Just like alright, just like these shoes right here that don't have, like, they're not really hyped, and including these GRs. GRs are really good to get off sneakers just because they build your account up. And then starting with the real heat is going to these high dunks. These are the pure platinums, and these are going to be releasing on my birthday, which is that Friday, along with the Sakai Vaporflies, and the next day right after that we're going to have these the second collection to the Japan Jordan 1 releases. And also I think the Midnight Navy, I really like the Midnight Navy lows that came out. I believe that was an SB and Jordan 1 model, and I think those are doing pretty good. I think they're around 300 honestly, but I could be very wrong. I haven't kept up with too much. And then this is gonna be on Saturday, and then I don't believe, yeah, and then into next week we don't really have too much, I don't think, but I just want to bring it up because you know, there's a lot of releases, and I know you guys are looking for more methods to get these W's and build up your account, because a lot of people claim, like, a lot of people blame everything on bots, but if you have sites like Snipes and everything where bots don't really have success on there, but people will still blame it just because they don't realize that the amount of manual people is maybe a little bit less than most botted sites, but it's still like a big presence, and most of the people taking W's on sneakers are not bots. Alright, so we'll just go in the feed right here, and as you guys can see, we have my first point is these stories. Now they actually just added, I think they just added this, I haven't seen this before, but it's gonna be this little tab right here on the bottom, and then you can see all of these I guess little articles. And what I like to do is just find one, like a video, like I believe they have like the SB story, and just go on that and just leave your phone down and just let that run through. And what this is doing is sneakers can see how active your account is. The most important thing is taking L's actually, because if you show up to every single release, including the ones where even if they're bricks, or even if you know, even if your small profit margins, if you're going for those when it's time to get to those off-whites and those more hype shoes, they'll value your account more than others that just show up to like the chunky dunkies and stuff like that. Although it's not a certain W, I like to come on here. I mean, you don't have to do it every single day, but I always say that it doesn't hurt to. I think as long as you're on there 30 minutes before the drop, going through, looking at all these articles, clicking on stuff, generating some activity, sneakers will, that will definitely increase your chance to getting these. I've been doing this as of recent, and I've found some decent success on sneakers. We'll see how I do this week, but yeah, I'm definitely still getting there. And I think I'm gonna take you guys off screen real quick. Alright, and that leads me to my second point, which is overall just having a lot of accounts. Now you don't have to bot, like I know bots like B&B, and I'm sure there's a couple more out there, but that's the only one I can think of right now. They just buy pre-verified accounts and they put them in, they run like 100 accounts at the same time. Although like that does have decent success. Usually sneakers can limit those accounts just due to like activity or never showing up to releases. But if they use the same accounts for every sneaker drop, although they can't go through and like click on stuff and generate that from articles, they can still show up. And if they take L's, that's still helping their account in the long run. So it's gonna increase their chances to cop maybe. And also that if they run like hundreds, then yeah, that's definitely better than if you just have like your phone and stuff like that. But there's definitely no problem, or there's nothing wrong with just having one account. If it's a lucky account or if you've had it over the years, I think sneakers will like start to value that, especially if you go for the less hype drops like I've been saying. And another big misconception is that if you cancel sneaker orders, or like let's say you get a shoe, it's kind of breaking and you don't want to wait for the refund and you just go ahead and cancel it. A lot of people say that it affects your counts, but I certainly haven't seen this to be the case, and I know a lot of people that say that that's just, you know, BS, and that's just stuff that people say to stay away from. But I can see how they think, because like, why would you give it to a customer that never really, I guess you could say just never really like wants the shoe and always like returns it. So I wouldn't get in the habit of it, but if something breaking, I mean, don't be afraid to cancel the order. I would say it's probably better to refund than cancel, but if you don't have capital or something's coming up where you don't want for it to wait to come in and get it off. And also, sneakers has like a lot of hype, so if you get a W, you can probably pre-sell it on eBay, just because right after that sneakers L's go out, that's usually when the market's at its peak, and it's pretty easy to get your pair off. I mean, unless it's like really breaking bad. But if it's just like something like if you get like the What the Fives, like I would say those are like a GR brick. There's just too many and the demand's slowly dwindling down. But if you get like a size that's kind of iffy, I would just try to see if you can get a pre-sale on eBay and wait for it. And if you can't sell it, just go ahead and return it if it doesn't come in. Or if it doesn't come in, but I wouldn't say just go ahead and cancel it. But I would also say don't be scared to if it's really breaking, just because it doesn't affect your account. Like, it might a little bit, but like it doesn't affect it drastically, because I've canceled a bunch of orders, and you know, sneakers every once in a while still gives me W's. And anyways, that leads me to my last point, which is to have a lot of accounts. Like I was saying earlier that you don't need a lot of accounts, but there's nothing wrong with using browser mode, and all you really need to create sneakers accounts is just email, of course, password, and they also are SMS verified, which is basically, it just sends you a text message and then you have to put the code in. Sorry guys, I can't talk. But anyways, you guys can just ask friends and they'll give you the code. It's really not too hard. There's also apps that will give you like a phone. I remember like in 7th grade I used to use that to text people, and those give you a phone number and then you can change the phone number. So you can verify like that if you don't have a lot of people. And you can, I mean, you can make endless accounts, honestly. The only thing you also have to do is, I would change your name, although it doesn't really matter, but if you're getting a lot of orders to the same name and same credit card, which is a big no-no, I would say try to keep 3 accounts on one credit card. I think that's kind of pushing it, but if you have like parents or friends that you can just put their credit card in, I know it's kind of sketchy. If you can't have like a bunch of credit cards, and I know you younger people, you know, it's going to be kind of hard to work around. That's why I'd say just stick to 3. But if you do have the resources, it's definitely worth it. And like Leo drops and stuff like that, if you only have a certain amount of time to enter, just have as many accounts as you can. What I do is I have I open multiple Chrome accounts and then have sneakers in, and I enter one, and I go in, enter the next one, and so on and so on. And if you're SMS verified, there really is no problem with that as long as you remember the password. But I would say your main account, definitely do on the app, because I think that helps a lot more than browser mode. Just because for like the more hype drops, browser mode is it's restricted and it's just on app. So that's the big thing to stay away from. Anyways guys, I hope these tips help you with success this week. And if you guys do have any success, go ahead and comment down. If you guys have any questions, be sure to follow my Instagram at Corpus Christi Kicks. It's going to be in the description. And that's all I have for you guys. As always, peace.